Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, August 22nd, 2018. I'm Fredicia Liebert. Premier of Nevis and area representative for the St. John's Parish, the Honourable Mark Brantley, on Tuesday, August 21st, distributed 800 backpacks to principals of the schools in the St. John's and St. Paul's parishes to be presented to the students of the respective schools. The presentation took place at the Nevis Island Administration's conference room.
And, these backpacks, we started 3 years ago with this Believe in Yourself program, and we have capitalized the BEB and the YOU, and the idea is to encourage the children with some positive messaging, that they be themselves and that they believe in themselves. Each year we have been able to provide backpacks to all of the children that attend school in St. John's and St. Paul's. And I know the public might be asking what happened to the other primary schools. The truth is that I'm the representative for St. John's and St. Paul's. So when that started, I really focused on my constituency because this is a personal contribution that I'm making. Honourable
Mark Brantley then explained the purpose of the donation.
My hope would be that the bags save the parents that outlay, and that the bags now, I think, are of even a better quality than we had last year, and certainly a much better quality than we had the first year. So we continue to improve, and the idea is, of course, that with these bags, the parents will be saved some money, the children will have a positive reinforcement, and my hope would be that they'd put them to good use. I do this because a lot of people help me. And I really do feel a deep sense of obligation, a sense of commitment to this type of effort, because I am where I am today because a lot of people took an interest in me. And I believe sometimes the smallest of help to someone can make a huge difference.
Premier Brantley presented the items to the Principal Education Officer in the Department of Education, Palsy Wilkin, who then presented them to the principals. He also made an appeal to parents of the students.
I want to continue to appeal to parents to take advantage of it and to allow the children to use the bags. As I said, the bags are good quality, and the messaging is really a positive message to reinforce. I have tried my best over the years to stay away from the political colors and the politics, because I really want students to feel comfortable and their families to feel comfortable that this is really about empowering them and about giving something back to the community.
Also present at the handing over ceremony were Junior Minister in the Ministry of Education, the Honourable Troy Liebert, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, and Permanent Secretary in the Premier's Ministry, Wakely Daniel. The brief ceremony took place at the Nevis Island Administration's conference room. The Nevis Island Administration, NIA, is making progress as it seeks to expand the financial services sector by 50% over the next 5 years, following an early announcement in the throne speech and the 2018 budget address. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Colin Doe, says they are making strides and have identified a consultant and are in discussions.
One of the things we have done is to seek to identify a consultant to look at where we are in the financial services sector, examine the range of products we have, and try to determine what are the options for us towards achieving this 50%. What are our strengths, what are our weaknesses? Are there any change of direction, change of policy that we need to embrace? And so all of these would be part of the mandate of the consultant. We are having a discussion with the consultant. We expect to conclude that discussion and to finalize an arrangement hopefully by early next month, and so that between now and the end of the year we can see the first phase of that process, which is the consultant coming on island, gathering data, analyzing the data in terms of the sector, and then advising us how we move forward into 2019.
The Permanent Secretary added that they are also seeking to embrace new products for the sector as part of the administration's thrust towards moving into an advanced age in which information technology development is now driving the way in how business is transacted.
The whole idea of cryptocurrency has been around. Government has indicated clearly its intention to embrace it. We now have to look to see what are our strengths in this area, our ability to regulate such a sector, and to see how we can encompass this new area as part of our financial services development. So we have done two things. We are conducting the study to see what we need to change in terms of our existing procedure, and we are looking at new products that can be introduced into the financial services sector to help us achieve this 50% growth over the next 5 years.
Doe stated that the NIA wants to fully embrace the new technology and they are looking at how they can get the financial services sector to fully embrace it to commence operations in that area.
Cryptocurrency is something which is new. It is sometimes referred to as an electronic wallet, whereby rather than walking around with dollars and cents or credit cards, you basically have an electronic chip which has value in it, and you can transfer funds from one electronic wallet to another electronic wallet if you have two persons who have signed up for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin technology. So it's all part of that thrust towards moving into an advanced age where information technology development is now driving the way we transact business. And we want to be up there, we don't want to be left behind.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Colin Doe. Still to come, hike to Nevis Peak raises consciousness of sustainable use of natural resources. The details right after this break.
Class, strength, suave, with a top-class physique. Men, come put your muscle where your mouth is. For the Mr. Physique contest. Ready, set, flex. September 9, 2018 at the Fit Games Park. Interested in participating? Register today by calling 869-664-2637. For everyone else, save the date, September 9th at the Fit Games Park. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome back. Approximately 30 persons tackled Nevis Peak on Saturday, August 18th, as an awareness-raising activity aimed at highlighting and promoting the sustainable use of natural resources. Reginald Thomas, owner of Nevis Adventure Tours and the guide who facilitated the trip, explained that he began undertaking these hikes since 2011, noting that he was pleased that the hiking trail has been well preserved. Thomas proudly stated that the trail is very clean and almost 100% human debris free. On the way down, he was seen taking pieces of plastic bags and an old shoe sole left from some time before. The national coordinator said that the Small Grants Program SKN is hoping to develop an I Was Here signature-based network for hikers and users of the peaks and trails throughout the Federation. The hike was sponsored by the Global Environment Facility GEF Small Grants Program SGP and allowed avid nature lovers, students, researchers, teachers, and members of environmentally friendly groups and organizations to scale over 3,200 feet peak. Pastors and church leaders from Christian denominations met on Tuesday, August 21st, with senior government officials to discuss a number of matters, including grant project funding, the implementation of a school chaplains program, and the religious activities included as part of St. Kitts and Nevis's 35 years of independence. The meeting was chaired by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Ecclesiastical Affairs, Ron Dublin Collins, and was attended by Senior Minister, the Honourable Vance Amory. The officials had very candid conversations with the 35 representatives from faith-based institutions who assembled at the People's Evangelistic Centre at Nevis. The grant funding for projects is a direct follow-up to a one-day workshop in July that was organized by government for church representatives to enhance their capacities in project planning. Senior Minister Amory said the ongoing and frequent interactions with religious leaders are part of the government's strategy to engage social partners in policy development. Reflecting on the high number of juveniles that engage in antisocial activities, Senior Minister Amory said the challenge is one that must be tackled by society as a whole. Permanent Secretary Ron Dublin Collins said he was excited by the collaboration that has taken place to date between both parties, particularly with the success of the grant funding for projects. He noted that the number of initiatives on the horizon will seek to deepen existing relations and strengthen newer ones. Similar engagements are held regularly with leaders that represent other faiths, including Rastafarians and Muslims. That's how we end this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.